Advice would you give to someone who's wanted to start their own creative journey that's unsure about like starting it? They want to start it, they want to make that step, but they're just not sure if the story's right, or they're not sure if they have enough talent to do it. What advice would you give to that kind of person?
So you just start from scratch. You just start, just write. If you're a writer, just write. If you're not a writer, just write. If you are not a video editor or a video maker, if you're not just whatever it is, just start doing it. You'll start to improve. Just with every single video, with every single thing that you're doing. Don't worry, everything will start working. You just have to start working.
Ooh.
Do you know what I mean?
3, 2, 1. Hello. Welcome to another episode of the Jeoffrey Sarpong podcast. Today, I'm here with a new friend. I like making new friends. It's so good to...
Seriously, I'm excited and...
I want to get to it. Let me get to it. So first off, I just want to introduce who you are. Welcome. Introduce who you are, introduce how you know me, and then, we'll start from there.
My name is Amin, by the way, and I'm just a digital creator. I'm trying to create a manga right now. I'm on my second chapter. Haven't released my first chapter yet, so be sure of that. And I'm excited to talk about this, to be honest.
How do you know me?
How do I know? Oh we met at one of my mates' shed, right? And it was a great conversation.
Connor, right?
Connor, right? Yeah, Connor. And we just talked about like everything, literally life. We were talking about anime, what else? Like everything, bro. It was such a great conversation.
Perspective, inspiration.
Yeah.
Like people going through stuff, how to come out of that, everything.
Yeah. It was eye opening. It was literally, it opened probably your heart, my heart as well, because like it was a good conversation. It had different topics involved. That is the thing about it, because when you have different topics involved and you kind of want to talk about these things. You want to get to know the person more. You want to have the person get to know you more. It's just lovely, bro. It's a great thing, bro. It's honestly a great thing. That's just the beauty of life, That's what I love to see. So I'm excited to be here, to be honest. So yeah.
Thank you.
Nah, man, come on.
Thank you. And I think also 100% right. Everything you said was completely true. I look for those type of connections, those type of conversations whenever I meet people, and like definitely when I met you, and you, Kieran, just in that place, just talking, just kind of like getting to know each other's interests and stuff like that. Which is why I wanted you on this podcast, because I was like, let's actually have a proper sit down and talk about these issues and these topics, because I think I think it'll be an interesting conversation and it'll be a fun conversation. Yeah. So that's why I'm looking forward to it. So okay, let's start.
When you have things that the person enjoys talking about, and then you have another person who enjoys talking about it, it just works, and it's something that you can like look back. Let's say you having a conversation with your mates, and your mates are having exact same topics that are bringing up into the conversation, and then you can't you're so like engaged in the conversation, whatever it is, doesn't matter. You come back home, or wherever you're going to, you walk out, you're just like, you feel refreshed, you feel something, you feel the passion in your heart to carry on and do what you want to do and do what you feel like doing. It's just a great way of kind of just being yourself, because you're not only learning the person, you're learning yourself. You're seeing, you're experiencing other people's lives in the conversation. Not depending on the conversation, but what I can say is that you're definitely experiencing life. I'm definitely seeing in whatever way you see it, but it's definitely it is a lovely conversation.
I think one of the ways also that we do that is through like you said, our shared interest, and one of the things that we have shared interest about is anime. So I wanted to get straight into it. Let's get straight into the thing with anime. It's rare that I find people that have watched or watch anime as consistently as I do, and you're one of those people that I have found. Kieran's one of those people. We have a few friends, Tosin, shout out Tosin, my guy. We have a few friends that like that, but most people just dabble into it, are not really as deep into it as as I think I would say me and you. So it's good to have a conversation just about like our different animes that we've watched, or if we haven't watched them, just try to see if to compare them. So to start off with, first of all, let's get started to the beginning, straight beginning. What drew you to anime in the first place? What made you watch your first anime? Why did you keep going? Why did you care? Just talk about that beginning introduction into anime.
Well, the way I actually started was when I was really, really young. I didn't really watch it like deep in, like, because I was young. I was just watching it for fun. I was just because there wasn't really any, because I just turn on the TV and I just watch it. I would honestly just watch anything, cartoon, anime, whatever that came on the screen. I think it was like later down the line in my life where I think I was about maybe 17, 18, maybe 19, something like that, is when I was really starting to come back into anime, but it was more of an introduction than a comeback, I think it was the first anime I really, really, really watched was Attack on Titan, like first ever anime, proper introduction to the anime it was Attack on Titan, bro. Episode? Yeah, it was a flipping banger. Honestly, it broke my bro. It literally, I watched it and I was like shocked by how like just remarkable and flipping crazy it gets. And it's just like that you as soon as you see something like that going on, and spoilers to anyone who hasn't watched it,
spoilers, but you're not on this channel.
Fuck it, man. Fuck it. Whatever. Okay, cool. Well, Eren, he sees his mom get eaten by a titan. Yeah, well, you know what happens there, right? He gets angry and all that shit. He starts crying, and then you have his what's his name? I forgot his name. No, he wasn't Amin. It was the guy who grabbed Eren. He was like Hank, something like whatever. Hank. Yeah, and that guy just grabs him because he's trying to get away from the Titans and everything, and he's just like crying, like just hanging, like just fucking leave me alone. Let me go to my mom and all that stuff, bro.
Your first impression of Attack on Titan. What did you think when you first? Because you've seen a couple of animes before,
yeah,
but nothing like Attack on Titan. What was your first impression?
I say it's a flipping. The story is compelling. The world building is compelling. Everything about it is flipping great. The only thing I can say about it that isn't great is just the ending is a bit off. But I do think that it ends with some sort of I'd say like the ending is I still think it's good. I think I just think that it isn't as hitting as it did be compared to like my favorite anime, Code Geass, and Code Geass is a fire anime with the ending as good as it ever gets, bro, to be honest. And I honestly think that with Attack on Titan, it definitely hits until the ending. I think, like, I will say though that I think it's to anyone who has never watched anime before, never ever in their lives, just start with shows like Attack on Titan, Fullmetal Alchemist, Samurai Champloo or something. Those kind of animes, those short, sweet animes, like they're not sweet, but you know what I mean. They're just like they're not that short, but they're like a good start to anyone who hasn't.
Like One Piece or Naruto.
Yeah, like Naruto, One Piece, and Dragon Ball. Not they're all like too long and it's kind of a slow burner, and you need something to engage in quickly, straight away. So what I say is just start with like short and well-building animes like Attack on Titan, stuff like that. So yeah.
I've got a question actually. All right. So I'm gonna be leaning on your experience, and I've seen my anime list. I didn't want to get into it too much, but I know what kind of animes you watched. But I put a couple of them, battling against each other, and I want to see what you think about which ones are better. Yeah. So the first one I have on my list is Jujutsu Kaisen. Have you seen that one? Yeah. And have you seen One Piece? Yeah. Okay, so I'm still you're still watching one. I mean, so am I, to be fair. But okay, if you had to say pros and cons of each other and then pick one and say why one of them is better than the other, what would you say? Jujutsu Kaisen versus One Piece.
Well, it's hard to. If it was like.
Let's go.
I know
because they're both completely different.
Yeah, I mean, I can say with full confidence, One Piece is better, but that's because One Piece. But the thing is, One Piece has been out for like 20 plus years, and the anime has been he's still ongoing. It hasn't finished yet. So and the world building of that anime is great as well, and the characters are compelling. Everything about the story is decent. The manga is better in my opinion, but the anime is still pretty good in my opinion. I'd say that's for sure, 100%. With the Jujutsu Kaisen, I've only watched 1 and 2. I've only watched season 1 and 2, sorry, but I haven't read the manga, so I don't know anything about the manga. I've heard spoilers in that, but fuck that. I got spoiled on that day in the shed, bro. That was that, yeah, bro. That kind of hurt, bro. That hurt me a little bit.
Because you're like, I thought the story was gonna. Anyway, okay.
But yeah,
so you're picking One Piece.
I'd say One Piece, yeah, definitely, because One Piece, bro, like it's still going and it's still decent. It's pretty slow, but right now it's a good pace. It's at a good pace at the moment.
What's your favorite thing about One Piece?
My favorite.
What you in the most about the story or the characters or the arcs or the fight scenes, whatever? What is the thing that gets you about One Piece?
It's hard to say, to be honest. Maybe.
Take your time.
Honestly, I don't know, because I don't know. Because it's the world building, bro. Because you're going to all these places, right? Like a lot of people say, like fighting, and yeah, cool, bro. I love the fighting, bro. Fighting is sick, bro. Like, you know what I mean? There's these combat, hand-to-hand combat, whatever combat you have. They are all good, bro. They're sick, but sometimes they drag a little. World building, at least you're like you're experiencing the other characters or side missions or whatever. They're like side missions, you know, like they have like different arcs and stuff like that, yeah, and it's just fun, like, you know. But I just hate when when it's just dragging a little too far. It's just too long, bro. Just get to the point, bro. You know what I mean? It's like, especially with like, my favorite character is Zoro, and Zoro is just cold. He's just a really cool character. He went from nothing to something, and he just you could tell, like, because at the beginning he was just a pirate hunter, right? And then he just and then after a while he just got better and better every single fight, and the last fight with King, I think it was King or something like that, and bro, the animation hit different, the fight hit different, everything about it hit different. So my
favorite Zoro moment is when he takes Luffy's pain. And then
the nothing happened.
I was losing my mind. I was like, what? Okay,
bro, that was fire. Yeah,
that was crazy. Okay, we can agree on that. Okay, next one. You talked about it just now, but Attack on Titan or One Punch Man? If you had to pick one, same thing again.
I'd say Attack on Titan.
Why? Go on, reasoning.
But that's because One Punch Man hasn't finished yet. I mean, I don't know if it's finished in the manga or not. I'm not up to date with the manga, but I am.
Just the anime.
But just the anime. Okay, cool. Well, the anime is cool, but the first season is top tier. First season of One Punch Man is top tier. The second season kind of it's all right. The animation wasn't hitting, but I like the what's that character's name? The guy who
the villain.
I think he's a villain. Yeah. No, he is a villain. Yeah.
The guy who's the ultimate villain or something.
And he fights Saitama, and he's like, I don't know if he was in space or something, but I don't remember, bro. I don't remember, but I do remember that guy. I think he's got silver hair and he's just like spiky hair or something like that. Bro, that guy's fire. That's the reason why season 2 kind of went, okay, cool. I like the little. There's something going on. There was a dip, but I do think, obviously, Attack on Titan is above and beyond what One Punch Man has done so far. But if they do come, because I think that because like there's a season, I don't know if season 3 is coming out or not, but from what I can tell, I heard from anime watchers and manga readers that because the animation is going to take a very, very long time for it to actually make One Punch Man season 3. It's gonna take a very long time. I don't like that, and but the last time I came, what was it, 2018 or 2015 or something like that? Bro, like, just get it out, man. Just get out.
I agree. I think like when I watched One Punch Man, it was one of my first entrances into anime. Like, I remember being in a common room with a couple of guys, and then they were showing me the One Punch Man episodes, the guy just knocking the guy through like shit. And they were showing me, like, I remember one of my first ones was like Rock Lee's when he lets go of the weights. We had in our common room, and when he's fighting Gara or something like that, and he lets go of the weights and just goes through the floors like. And then I was like, anime is so sick. That's when you start realizing anime is so sick. Okay, I got a couple more. So, Samurai Champloo or Cowboy Bebop, and then tell me the reason. Samurai Champloo or Cowboy Bebop. Tell me the reasoning why for each. Why you like both? Because I know you like both. I know, but you have to pick one. Pick one, bro. That's how it goes.
I don't know really, because I don't know because Champloo had a beautiful ending, bro. Like the ending of the story. Yeah, that hit, bro. I wish they were all together again, but yeah.
But that's life.
Yeah, that is life, bro. That's life, bro. That's why there's stuff in anime that's like that does hit because it does resonate in you. It does hit because of maybe the experiences you've had or the experiences other people have had, and that they kind of you know, it's just really cool. But between the two, I'd say Cowboy Bebop, honestly. But Samurai Champloo is fire. Don't get me wrong, and don't you dare say that I don't like it. Don't you, guys, bro? Trust me, they're both fire. But I think I have to say Cowboy Bebop because of the style, just the style of it. It feels good. The classic, it feels good. But it does. But Samurai Champloo does hit because of like this hip hop type of like. Chicka vibes, samurai hip hop vibes. So it's kind of like Afro Samurai, but I still prefer Champloo over Afro Samurai. But the vibe of Cowboy Bebop is like old school. Gives me the vibe of something. Don't know what it is, but it's just too old and it just feels too right. Do you know what I mean? I get what you mean.
Nah, 100%. I'm gonna back that up. Still, I think that difficult question. I do agree. Those two are like one of my favorites. I think. Yeah, I think I would pick. I don't know. You know, I was gonna say I'll pick Bebop, but I don't know. Samurai Champloo gets me, man. The hip hop, just different element to it. I know. You're just picking one over the other. It doesn't really matter. They're both really good. But no, I think yeah. Those two are really really good. Okay, next one. This might be a little bit easier. Let me see what's on my list. Okay, FMA, so Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood, or JoJo. And I'm saying JoJo as in like all the JoJos put together, or FMA, just the Brotherhood one.
Oh, that's sick. Okay, cool. Well, there is some. They're both great shows. I got to give it to you guys, to the people, bro, they who made it. But yeah, I have to say FMAB, bro. JoJo hits. JoJo, and this is what I heard as well, is that they haven't fully released the whole show yet. So sorry, they have one more chapter go. No, sorry, was it? Can't remember. Was it part 7? Something like that. Yeah. Something like that, right? And I heard good things about it. Nothing bad about that. They told me that that's the best part of the JoJo series. Mm-hmm. Bro, I'm hyped for that. But FMAB, Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood, just hits, bro. Honestly, like. I watched. Funny enough, actually, I did watch Fullmetal Alchemist first, like the not the Brotherhood version, but the one that came out before that. That one was decent until the ending was a bit off. But I do agree. Like, I think that FMAB has some of the greatest like storytelling in the whole series. Like, it comes with politics, it comes with fighting, it comes with emotion scenes, and you really really want to follow the path of the two Edward and Alphonse, something like that. Yeah, I do root for them because they kind of just, they're brothers, bro. And I have three brothers and one sister, and bro, like, bro, come on, man. I have 4 brothers, not 3 brothers, but you know. But yeah, like, come on. You've just got to root for brothers, bro. Like, come on, it's just that good. I think its story is great though. So yeah. Cool.
Okay. Now this one hurt me to put together, but I think it's a good pair up. What would you decide or go with? Same option again. Durarara or Black Lagoon?
Oh, that's easy.
That's easy? Okay, fine. Okay, go on.
That's easy. That Black Lagoon, bro. Black Lagoon, bro. Come on, man. Guys, Black Lagoon, it's fire. It's too good, bro. It's too good. It is too good. it just.
Break it down for someone who's not seen Black Lagoon.
Okay, well, Black.
What is it about?
All right,
It's so special.
Okay, well, the thing is, you have this one, the MC, right? The MC is, I don't know if he works in a company or I can't remember. He works in a company. He used to work in a company, and at that time, he was, I don't know if he was threatened by one of the, I can't remember what it was. He got threatened by a group of people, right? Yeah.
And to the pirates, and then
Yeah.
they're going to take him, and then this company leaves.
Yeah.
So like he gets like basically kidnapped, and then he has to.
Now I remember, yeah.
To like stay with them.
Yeah, and I like my favorite character is Revi because she's just cold and she just has the most epic dialogue and fights and everything about it is just so cool. So for even that, it's a good. I can recommend to you guys. Black Lagoon is actually a good show to watch. It's I think it's only got three seasons or something like that, or 4 seasons.
It's got 2 seasons.
2 seasons, yes.
It's got I know this because I watched this show religiously.
Yeah, there was I watched. So the second one was with Roberta, right?
Roberta,
and then, but there was 2 parts to Roberta. Or was it 1 part?
There was 2 parts. You're right. Yeah.
So was it 6?
So there was Roberto.
Yeah.
And then there was like the second part where
the
little girl.
Now I remember.
Comes back.
Yeah, it was those 2 nun. Or was it? I can't remember if they were like they were attacking the bar or something.
Yeah. The little thing.
I remember that, but that's crazy. And then she dies, bro. That little, I think it was a little girl or something, and she's a maniac, bro. She's just shooting everyone up like just randomly. She's a maniac. And then she gets shot by someone. I can't remember who it was. She gets shot, and she was like she was about to be like kind of feeling relief for like just not doing that again or something. I can't remember what it was, but then she just gets shot in cold blood. Honestly, that was so crazy, bro. What the fuck? I didn't even know that.
The 2 twins when they're trying to.
Yeah.
She just goes popped in.
Bro, that's crazy, bro. Okay, yeah. Black Lagoon, guys. Obviously over. Definitely over that. Durara, bro. But Durara's good. I'm still watching that actually right now.
I was saying, yeah.
We're both watching it at the same time. Don't tell me.
It's crazy.
We are planning to watch it together, but that's the thing because I watched it first. And then I didn't think that as soon as he started bringing it up about he's watching Dororo, I'm like, okay, cool, what the fuck, like I didn't know you were watching Dororo. Okay, cool.
It's crazy because I know that we mentioned it before when we met in the shed a couple I think last week or something, but I mentioned it and today, like when I was just chilling and I was like, actually I want to watch something, and I was picking between Dororo and Black Lagoon actually, ended up watching Dororo for a couple of episodes. But yeah, man, I love both those shows. Like I think when I was. They both hit, man. That's the thing about anime too. Like it's like you can have different type of genres, you have different type of moods. You know, you can have romance ones, you know, like Nana and all these different. I don't know how to pronounce it, but like all these different types of genres and like different moods and different characters in different worlds. You know, you've got like so many I haven't even said here. Psychopaths. You got like you get Naruto. You know, all these classics and all these like really deep cut ones. Yeah. I wanted to ask you, since you're both anime lovers, what's the thing you learned from anime? What's the thing that you've taken from watching all the animes that you've watched? Have you have to think about maybe an idea about life, or maybe even just like something about creativity and something about shows, how anime goes about putting stories together, something, maybe a couple of things that you've learned from anime during your time?
Okay, well, I can say for sure that it's the way they write the anime, but don't get me wrong, there is shows that have terrible writing, but there's shows like for example, I can name you a couple. Obviously, Attack on Titan, Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood. You have who else? Well, you have One Piece as well. They have great writing and they have great foreshadowing. And foreshadowing is a key thing because we're talking about shows like those that have foreshadowing and they hit as soon as you know what's gonna happen, and that's why I like to see those things. You hear the things that they say, you read the things that they say, and then it just somehow finds its way to be in it. Like it just works.
What's an example of that? Do you know, like from Attack on Titan? That's a very good foreshadowing. Like the key from Attack on Titan. The fact that we see the key around his neck, but we don't know what it's for until like.
Well, the key. The thing is, I when I watched Attack on Titan, as soon as they told me something about, I can't remember if they did say something about the basement in the first episode. Did they say something about? Yeah, they did.
Was it like his dad said I was gonna go?
Yeah, I'm gonna work in the. I can't remember what he said, but I could tell from the moment, like when he left, and then like scenes later, Aaron's mother dies or something like that. You just know, like, why is his father absent? Like, and you can kind of tell something fishy is going on. And then and then you start to hear more about the basement, the key and stuff like that. And because Eren has the key as well, you know something is going on with the key. You know there's something about it. You know that's the what kind of made me write the show. The manga I'm writing currently. I haven't continued yet, but I'm still in the thoughts of it right now. So. I think that foreshadowing is the key, and just writing and developing characters. Character development is important, because if you have a character who just stays the same for the rest of the story, I just think it's just gonna be as boring as it ever gets, to be honest.
About that, what's some of your favorite characters from anime or manga?
Well. As far as so like Zoro, he's just a laughable guy, a funny guy, and then he's serious at points at times, and then he kind of later down the show things start to happen, right? So things start to happen, and then you start to see why Zoro is why he is the way he is, and stuff like that. The character development is key. Zoro is one of them. You have Levi, his backstory is great. If you see Levi's backstory, Kenny, bro, and this is what I'm saying. So I think it was Levi's backstory, where is basically, I think I don't know if it's in the anime. Yeah, I think it's in a separate. Is it separate?
You're right. There's a separate movie or OVA.
Something like that. Like it's an OVA. Definitely was an OVA. I remember it was an OVA. Yeah. So I think that Levi, great backstory. Eren, great backstory. Acts like a maniac, but we know why. But it is what it is. But I do like it.
I was gonna ask which manga or anime. Now that you mentioned about your story and how you're creating the manga that you have based upon what the influence that you had. Yeah. Which kind of mangas did you use, or when you were thinking about creating stories, or like you revisited to try to get inspiration to create your own? I know we've talked about it before, but I would like you to kind of expand on it more. Yeah. So like, for example, 91 Days or like.
Yeah. Well, it's not just anime that's actually. Kind of inspired me to create what I am creating with my manga. I've yet to fully finish the story or to continue the story, but there is shows and movies that in Western movies, and even like Bollywood as well. Bollywood inspired me, bro. Don't know why, really? But it did. Yes, don't know why. I don't know. It's just the vibes, bro. It's just the vibes, bro.
It's just good vibes.
Yeah.
Can't really argue good
vibes. I feel like because stuff in Bollywood, like with the romance and the celebrations and stuff like that. It's gonna happen in the spoiler alert, but it might happen. It might not. We'll never know. But back to
No, it's going to happen. We won't know. You're gonna create this manga. I want to fucking read this.
Yeah. Cool.
This is happening.
Cool. You're putting pressure on me, yeah.
Yes, that's on camera too. Pressure on camera.
All right. Pressure. All right. But about the so influences. So actually, Peaky Blinders and an anime 91 Days and games as well. Gaming, bro. There's games that have inspired me. I'll be honest with you. Red Dead Redemption 2 has inspired me to create what I created, and that time because and till now, because I haven't actually wrote what comes after this,
fine,
because
that's
they're still in development, and they're still there, but I'm just trying to put the puzzles together. It's not fully there yet. It's not the stuff that are in my mind hasn't been written yet, but it is going to be written. So don't worry, guys, it will be out. Just be patient. That's all it is. I have to say.
First of all, I don't think any of them are like you're like I'm the only one going. Let's go. I think they just I think you're in the creative process.
I create a YouTube channel, bro.
You have to create a YouTube channel, bro. I told you, bro. We'll talk about that.
If I create a YouTube channel, I have to release the episode.
Yes.
And then imagine like well, obviously the comments will be like maybe they'll like or dislike it. We'll never know. But I was gonna say that because bro, imagine I released the episode 3 years ago, and I've only just started talking about the podcast like right now, like in the podcast right now, and now I'm talking about it, and now I'm gonna release it 3 years later. That would be so nuts, bro. That's crazy. Like, come on, bro. Waited 3 years for a second episode.
It's like Attack on Titan season 1 and 2.
Bro, what?
It's like Attack on Titan season 1 and 2 where we have to get older and then we find out what happens in 2 episodes. Yeah. Okay. Let's get into it. First off, let's talk about the story. We've kind of alluded to it a little bit. That was one of the more interesting things that we talked about when we met. That not only were you obviously fascinated by anime and all these things, but you're also creating a story by yourself and you're inspired. And yeah, first I want to say like everyone's creative journey is different, right? Like you should be more patient with yourself. Like the fact that you're now having this conversation with me in this chair is different from the ideas you would have had a couple months ago, where you probably just weren't even bothered about it or thinking about it. Or maybe you were, but you didn't take any action. So the fact that you're here is progress, and that I get it because I can see it within myself. I'm also a creator that when I talk about, I have to put the caveat, like, by the way, like I haven't done anything, but like I'm trying to do, and it's like, we understand, trust me, like we're all creatives, we all know the journey it takes to, sometimes you take 2 years just thinking of an idea, but then when you start writing it, it'll just all come out at once. And I think the seed of the idea that you have is really cool, like, and I think that's why I want to get more into it, talk about the influences, maybe even get more creative. And I think this conversation will help you just flesh out the ideas and just see how, I don't know what it is, like sticking to the board and like throwing some ideas and seeing which sticks. And I think that's part of the creative process, especially for someone who's trying to build a manga, One of the things I wanted to ask is just tell me a little about your personal journey. I know that you mentioned that you did this work in college, like that's where the ideas came from. Talk me about that. The first idea that you had about it, how it's evolved, what was like putting it together. Maybe give us a synopsis, and all of that stuff there.
All right, cool. So actually, it was in my first year, my first year of college, and basically I created the character, but I never created the story. So I just made it a character, I just drew it. I just drew the character with a bunch of other things with the equipment he's using, all that stuff. So I didn't fully create the story, so it was just like a bunch of random things going on. So it was like basically like with Rico the assassin, right? Because he's an assassin and he's trying to find his way to get revenge and for the things that's been taken right from his life. With him, I'm trying to create him, but like with the facial expressions that he uses and stuff like that, and what equipment is right and best for him, stuff like that. But it wasn't fully developed. So that was just the first year. The second year, I started watching more and more of Peaky Blinders and playing games as well, like the games with story, like games with actual story, like and movies as well. Those things have kind of hit me. Those things have made me think about creating kind of a narrative, a story of the Rico the assassin that I'm making. So basically, that's what got me to create the manga. But then afterwards, I wanted to think of not just to put that as like a FMP project, but just also to have that keep like continuously going. I don't care how long it will take. We might go into One Piece, bro. It might be longer than One Piece. We never know. But what I'm saying is that it is it will be a show that will go. It will. Hopefully it is. To your liking. It's a mafia yakuza type of thing,
Yeah,
but
break it down. Give me a synopsis
yeah.
of the characters
So
and
it's
the manga.
yeah. Wait, let me just show you guys. If you can just give me a second. Sorry.
Of course, bro. Of course. Man's got the synopsis down, bro. It's like it's got the whole thing down.
I got the character profiles. I got the script as well, and the script is what made me want to. Not just what made me, but like actually, my thoughts of creating the manga was before that. But what I'm trying to say is the script was written, and then the what I've written in the script was kind of implemented and put into the manga. But then afterwards, I had to change a few things because of the grammar and everything like that. Everything had to kind of fall into place after that.
Yeah, but that's normal in any creative process, you know. Like you,
with everything that you do, creating that you make, you kind of have to set your grammar, your just correcting.
yeah, like just keep because you obviously have a first draft where it's like a brain dump of like everything that you think there should be, and then afterwards you refine it and you become more comfortable about and confident about what it is. So yeah, it's just why you get the synopsis up. I think yes, it's really cool to see the progression of this. You know, it's like I want to get into it. I want to get into the characters. I want to get into like the world and like just pick apart the influences. But yeah, go on. Give us a quick synopsis of the characters.
My manga is called Rico the Assassin, and basically written by me, by the way, and
Obviously.
yeah, and the genre is obviously it's a mystery, action, thriller, drama, psychological, and supernatural. But I think I might change the supernatural part. We'll see. We'll know. I don't know. But anyways, and then you have Rico the Assassin, right? The synopsis is: in the 60s, 70s, Rico Bell took on a big challenge to find the one true enemy who murdered his father in cold blood. He commits himself to solving the mystery and avenging his stepfather after the tragic loss also of his mother days later, who died from tuberculosis. He joins the master headquarters to improve his combat abilities and I can't read. meets important figures to participate in an expedition. So that's what it is. Yeah.
Let's get deep into it now. Yeah?
Okay.
Thank you for the synopsis, and I think let's get into why you created the story. So like, not obviously I know the reason behind your influences, but what made you think actually, you know what? I want to make this story. I want to make a story with this character in this world, and this is what's going to happen to him. What was the conception? What was the seed of that?
I see that because as I've said, like the inspirations kind of made me do this. So what I say is that like for example with Rico, right? He's the main the MC, and it's because it's a mafia or a mob type of story. You have to research really into like what the mafia does to people's lives, or to the surrounding, because with what's going on today, there is still some mafia stuff going on. There is like some mob stuff going on in Sicily or in stuff, you know what I mean, right? And it's scary, but it's also realistic. Cool. It's cool, and also cool, not cool in real life, but cool in yeah, not cool in real life, but definitely cool. Movies and yeah, like also when I was watching Scarface. Scarface was also one of the reasons he went from nothing to something, and then from that something to nothing in an instant. In an instant.
Is that what you want to show?
We'll see.
No, I mean, I'm just trying to pick your mind.
Yeah. I'm not trying to tell everyone this, but I do think
to the camera on the podcast.
Yeah, I think I don't want to tell everyone this, but I think that because I don't want to spoil it, but you will understand why the character is the way he is, and he went from like something, like I said, to nothing, and then and from nothing to something, you will understand everything. It's just a matter of whether or not what happens, or actually what happens after his whatever happens. Yeah, it feels like I'm saying too much right now, but I think it's but don't worry, guys, because I think because I will release the first episode. I haven't released it. I made it, but I haven't released it. But when I release it on my channel, which I will create, it will you will understand. Well, you will understand why there's this going on and this stuff like that, and then when the second episode comes in, because the first episode will be a little bit complicated, but the second episode will give you some sort of understanding or breakdown into why the first episode is doing this. You know, it will tell you why. You know, so yeah.
I think, yeah, I mean, first off, once you create a channel, let me know. I'll put in the comments, I'll put the whole video so people will be able to watch it. Like, we'll figure that out, because I want people to see it. And like you said, they give you the opinions, and, you know, I feel like the work deserves an audience to garner it. And I get, especially as a creative, when you're thinking of an idea, you don't talk about it too much. So maybe we should shift it to you, not like as a, like, you creating the work. Maybe not the characters and stuff, but what was that like? What was that emotional journey for? This is probably your first creative piece, right? Yeah. What was that journey like? The struggles you had, the breakthroughs you had, you know, when you figured the idea out, you're like, oh my God, I'm so excited, putting it all together. I know it's very unique. That's what I like about it. So talk about that, putting the different pieces together to make that unique manga slash, what would you call it? What genre would you call your work?
The thing is, well, obviously I'd say mystery thriller, but and my psychological.
Is it a manga or is it an audio book? Is it
I think it's an
animation, because it is kind of.
It is animation, but like it's not animated to the point where it's frame to frame with characters moving, with buildings and you know, stuff like that. You know, it's just an episode of the panels in the comic that I created with the voice actors playing each character, and that's the kind of thing I want to make. Not to the point where I want to actually create animation, to where I want to who knows, I will probably do that, but to the point where at this particular moment in time, I just want to add the panels with the voice actors playing each character in the sets and times that they are in, whatever or not, and it has to match the characters and stuff like that. So yeah.
I was gonna ask, what was the idea behind the voice actors and what made you want to do that?
Oh yeah, so basically, because I obviously it's got your voice has to kind of match, or kind of has to feel the atmosphere or the person, you know. What I say is the way I actually started was I went on Fiverr and I just literally went on Fiverr, go, hey, I'm just gonna scroll through, find out who's got a good voice actor for this kind of setting and stuff like that. Started to hear different people's voices, say that yes, this is good, this is not, this is good, this is not, and then afterwards kind of made my decision on to picking which of the voice actors voice I'm gonna use for my characters, and then afterwards I added it into I brought in my editor, but my editor is gone. I don't know where he is, but don't know. I need to find him. I need to find him. He literally disappeared instantly, but don't worry, we got to find someone.
The mafia became real.
Became real, yeah. Definitely came real, yeah. That's yeah. Yeah. So I was gonna say I had my editor who basically. So once I've created, once I added sound effects, brought in sound effects, brought in voice actors. The manga panels were like not cropped, but like cropped. Actually, say it's cropped, and then like kind of put into place for the video to be made. He edited it out, and I directed him into how it was supposed to be, how the video was supposed to be made, and stuff like that. I added little breaks, so because it is a 10-minute teaser. Not many people would watch a 10-minute teaser unless it is a good 10-minute teaser. Mm-hmm. So what I did was a little break, which is kind of like what most episodes do with lots of they do like a break in the middle with like and this is what I did. For my break, or like a commercial break, I added the characters' profiles just to see what they are, who they are, stuff like that, you know, and then yeah, hopefully it kind of draws you into what is going to happen, but I think it's a good it's a good
song.
song.
A lot of effort to put all this shit together. Like, how long did it take you?
Oh my goodness, you don't want to get started on that. To be honest, it did take me like a good 6, 7, 8 months to actually.
The voice actors together.
Oh no, the voice actors weren't that bad. Actually, wait, the voice actors part.
Start to finish. Give me like a time scale. So time to finish. You come with
All right, so the writing was at the beginning. The writing and the then it came with the drawings and how I told the person who drew it, okay, I'm going to need you to draw it in this way, because I don't know how to draw. I used to, but not anymore.
I don't know how to draw at all, so like, I didn't even used to draw. So
yeah, so I had to tell, okay, can you just draw it for me, please? I just don't know how to draw. So I taught. So basically, after that, the drawing came in, and then after the drawing, it was. I think it was, what was it? Yeah, it was the manga panels now. The manga panels, and then obviously I wrote the script with the story part. So then I told her, okay, I'm gonna. She asked for a script, so I gave her the script. Then she put the script with the drawings together into the panels and everything. After that, I had my pages completed, and then I had to I had to find voice actors in Fiverr, and I had to find my editor as well. So from then on, I just made it like that, and it took me a while, but it was worth it, because it planned out really well, even though it was from scratch, and from scratch, not everything turns out right. And don't get me wrong, this episode didn't turn exactly right, but at least it made me think, okay, there is stuff to improve, and in the next episode, or in the next chapter, or the next volume that I'm making, I will hopefully improve it. So what did you learn about yourself through doing that? You're saying how difficult it was. Yeah. You must have overcome loads of things and still kept going. Yeah. Perseverance, all of that. What did you learn about yourself after you kind of looked back? What I learned from myself was how, because I'm not a very good writer. I'd say that I at that time I just thought of a story and just wrote it. I didn't really, because I'm not a writer. I just didn't know what to write about until I started actually thinking about a story to come up with the character that I want to come up with, the characters I want to come up with, stuff like that. So at that time, obviously, I'm not a good writer, but I'm not. Like, I'm not Oda. I'm not this. I'm not that. You know.
No one is Oda.
No, but like I said, yeah. So I just wrote it with in a way that kind of sounds anime, in the anime way, in the anime way, but yeah, like, it's just that I think it's the way it's. You learn to be adaptable. You learn to be like. Oh yeah, that's one of the thank you for letting me know. But actually, the way, because I realized my talent in college, and I'm not a guy who's multi-talented or anything like that. I just think that what I'm good at is adaptability, and the way of persistency as well. So being persistent and adaptable to what exactly is you're doing. So anything you're doing, anything I'm doing, I can adapt, but to some extent. But yeah, that's just why it is. But yeah, go ahead. I think,
first off, thank you for that. That's beautiful, and I think that the fact that you're able to like just go with the ideas or the characters you wanted to create, and also your influences, and just doing all of that, like, that's one thing I realized when I saw your thing, just like it was unique, and the fact that to find out that you got all of those voice actors on Fiverr, and then you had to actually listen to every single one to figure out who was right for your character, and it costs money, fucking hell, and you did this because you were just inspired to do it. So I really appreciate it, and I think you can tell that in the 10-minute teaser that I watched, that it was like done with love, and that there's way more to come. You know, I like the title cards. That was a very nice addition. Okay, so based off that, going off that, then I want to talk a little bit more about, because I'm fascinated by the people are when they create. You know, like, yes, you create this thing, but to create that thing, there must have been years before of you either watching anime, getting inspired by it, or you seeing these things that you're inspired by, and then going, actually, I can do that. So like that jump between I'm going to watch something, or I can do that, or like having that inspiration, you know, I think that's really cool. You talked about adaptivity being one of your core skills. Around what age or around what time you start realizing that you had different talents to people around you? Because I'm fascinated by this idea, right? Like, we all have different talents, all of us, right? But we rarely realize them unless we're around a certain group of people. For example, now that you're around creatives, you realize, actually, I'm more like these people. But before then, if you're just around normal people, you don't, that's not, that thing is not brought out of you, so you never have the opportunity to be that person. So what was that like for you? When did you start realizing you're a little bit different to the people around you? And then going off that, what are some of the skills that you've learned over the couple of years that you've kind of understood that by yourself?
It did take me a while to find my talent. It did take a while. So I was looking into what exactly I wanted to do. I had a mentor who I was speaking with. I'm not in contact with him now because of some things that are going on in my life right now, so I have to like kind of focus on my goal, my main goal, and he was part of it, and he was and this is the reason why I am the person I am today, and with the creative side, he kind of helped me in terms of how to manage myself, how to present myself, how to manage myself, and like just to be able to be patient and learn the factors of life. You know, it's just I will mention that I think that it's important to understand yourself for who you are, and then figure out what it is you want to do with yourself, like in the future or in the present, and then kind of understand where you are right now currently is not always where you want to be in the future, but you still think about it, you still think about the future, you're still thinking about what your goal is, all that stuff, and you really want to improve yourself. Self-improvement is important, and I think that anyone who wants to self-improve are one of the most bravest and most important people to be around with. Self-improvement. It's one of the reasons why I am the person I am today, and I think it's up to anyone to decide whether or not they will change or won't change. Like at the end of the day, with what's going on in today's world, there's always things going on. There's like good and bad. There's always really bad things going on. You really want to like do your research. You want to dig into things that are out of your reach. You want to figure out just everything that's going on, and like the secret of everything, and you want to know yourself as well. And it's just like, why is life like this? But also, why do you want to be different than everyone else? Why do you want to be unique? You know, it's just like, I don't know why, but I think that it's a good thing to be just curious about things like this. It's just it's a good thing. It's just it's important as well to understand. Yeah. I think it's just Go ahead.
When you're ready. Just sorry to interrupt. I think that you had a very, very good point there, and I want to just focus on that and build on that. So you mentioned about like being curious and all these things, and realizing that about self-improvement, and that's actually needed when you want to grow as a person.
Sorry, I was just gonna cut you. Even if you don't know your talent, self-improvement is still something that is still kind of a talent, because even though it's like it tells you that you are trying to do something. Do you know what I mean? Like it's just,
what does self-improvement to you, like definition wise?
Self-improvement. Well, it's, if you are I'm gonna give you a shit analogy, bro. Fuck it.
Go on, let's go.
I'm gonna give you a shit analogy. Anyways, let's say you're a brokey. You're a brokey. You're trying to make money. You can't find a way to make money. You find someone to you find someone who is a brokey too. Okay.
Two brokies now.
So you have two brokies with two of the same goals. Both of you have the same goals, and they want money, right? So what they do is they find ways to make money. They don't know if there's the right way to make money, but then they find someone who were in the same situation, and now they are wealthy, or they are knowledgeable in money or whatever, right? then you just like you start to learn about why that person or that nobleman or whoever he is, that he's the man he is. Do you know what I mean?
He's a nobleman.
Yeah, he's a noble man, man. He's a noble. I'm just joking, but no, you know what I mean? Yeah, that's funny, bro.
Can I go off that?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, I think that so especially when you start self-improvement, I had this realization. I don't know what you think about it. It's a moment of vulnerability and just thinking about how my life is right now, right? So I was in this journey of self-improvement has been fascinating for me, because when it first started, I was like, how can I get from A to B? So how can I get from not doing anything and feeling like my life is going to waste to actually doing something and feel like I'm actually doing things? And so I had to make that move. I had to become a man of action. So I forced myself to be action. And now I've gone to a stage where the same traits or the same things I needed me to get there are now kind of holding me back, because I feel like I'm stuck in a system where I'm just doing things, but the realization about the stuff I'm doing doesn't come as often. You know, when you're in the self-improvement journey, you start realizing stuff about your life, then you can improve it quickly. But now I'm getting to a stage where, yes, everything is going good, but I'm almost having to create problems in order to feel like I'm making progress. If that makes sense, you know? Like if my life is good for a day, I'm like, what?
In the same circle, in the same thing.
Exactly.
Same thing over and over
Exactly.
again, but then you start to kind of find your rhythm or something like
Exactly.
that.
Like, and you know that's what you need to do when you're in self-improvement. You know you need to consistently do things, be repetition, and then that's what you're actually going to get me progress. And I see that within myself, but I also see that like there's a plateau that it reaches where at some point you think like, okay, I can't break the ceiling unless I change my habits, unless I change something about myself, and I do something different. And I'm stuck in that. I would say gap now where I'm trying to figure out how to move forward, but I should not lose the progress that I've made. And I don't think I'm going to lose the progress I've made. I've made realizations. I've become who I am today. But that version of me that was back then, it still fears not improving. It fears stagnation, right? And so like those old fears come out, but I'm a different person. Right. So just that perception and that like, what does that even mean? Do you relate to that a little bit?
You have to break the chains of the cycle that you are in. You have to find your way to close the gap. You know, you have to find a way to remove yourself from those things that you are putting you in the same position you're in. You want to remove yourself from that. So you have to find a way to sort of like kind of just bring yourself to the state that you want to be in, the person you want to be in, or the person you want to be, the state you want to be in, and kind of just it's kind of like an ingredient. You have to find that ingredient in your life.
What was that for you? What was the ingredient for you that made you make the biggest change, or make you start your journey of change?
Well, the thing is, I've had so many other like let's just say, the thing is, at the beginning in my life, I was obviously just thinking about like just having fun, right? And then later down the line, you start to get serious because your parents are telling you, let's say you want to do what you have to do, right? Yeah. You do what you have to do. And then you grow up even more, and then you do the things you want to do, but also you don't know if it's going well or if it is going well, and then you have to like find that person or that thing to get you in the right place, in the right path that you want to be in, and then you're like, okay, it's working now. The rhythm is kicking in. The rhythm is working. Everything is kicking in. So my ingredient was finding my mentor. My mentor was the reason why I am the person I am today, like I said, and it's the reason why I've made my manga. I met him, I think before. I think it was before. I can't remember. It was like 4 years ago. It's just during the time of college or something like that. Yeah, and it was a good time to kind of bring me to the state where I knew that it was the right choice to continue the path. You know, it was the right choice. So that's why I agree. Yeah. So
that's beautifully put. I think also talking about the path. Right, I know. It gets tough, bro. That's why it's just when you be chatting and you're like, "Wow, I forgot no water." We need like people coming here putting water in up. Just soon come. So you mentioned the path, mentioning the next chapter, and I think you're right. It's a pivotal point that we're all at now, right?
Yeah.
What would you say is some of the excitement or fears that you have about the next stage? Well, like where it's heading, like what the journey or whatever, if it's the creative process. As we get people just walking around, we have to just keep a straight face. But I cannot keep a straight face. So I break character. It is what it is. We live. Okay. It was a good question as well. Mine's forgotten. No, I'm joking. So what is the next stage look like for you? What are some of the fears? What are some of the things that excite you about what the next stage holds for you?
So wait, like you, what fears you have, or what things excite you?
Yes.
Okay.
About the next phase of your
Okay.
life. With the creative
What
work,
excites me?
yes.
Okay, I have to think about that really, because I think the fears are still in me, like fears of procrastination. Procrastinating is really pissing me off. It really is pissing me off. It doesn't. It just hits you, and it's like it hits you like the devil, and then it just comes back for more, you know. And I don't like that, bro. But then you have the excitement of creating more work, bro, and creating like
It's a dangerous mix, though. Procrastination.
it is a dangerous mix. That's what I'm trying to say. Like I just don't know how it's working, but it is. And I hate procrastination. Trust me, it is terrible. But I think everyone should understand that the only way to get out of this procrastination issue thing is to find your schedule, bro. Fix your life up. You know what I mean? I just gotta fix my schedule. I gotta find my routine. Keep writing, keep doing the work, and then the fear of procrastination is not in your mind anymore. The fear of the procrastination mindset is gone, but like it has to be like a consecutive thing. It has to be like a kind of a thing that you just have to keep doing until you get it consistently, and then once you've reached a point where you are like just full of like productivity, you know, you're just productive, you kind of don't think about that anymore. You're just working, you know. That's the thing. You just do that, and that's it. And that's the thing though. You the ingredient to that is, or the formula to that is, to find your schedule, your time, your schedule, everything about that. Then you can fix up what and like kind of puzzle it up and figure out what you want to do. So that's it.
Looking out, you can hold into it. Looking out into the future, what's a specific goal that you have for your creative work in the next year? What's something you want to achieve that you think is reachable in the next
reachable
year?
Even
like absolutely insane, but like what are some goals you have for the next year
for the next year? Well, because it's not completely insane, but the most kind of realistic thing I'm going with is to finish chapter 3. 2 chapters, bro. I want to write 2 and 3. So I will start 2, and I'll have a few of my friends of mine who will kind of help me out and figure out whether or not it's the right choice or not to do these things and stuff like that. Well, I am the writer. I am the person who is going to direct things and kind of put things to where it should be, but some things also are you've also got to have the perspective of others as well. So I do think that with my main goal, I think that I will get to 2 chapters finished by the end of this year.
I think so too.
I think I can get this done, because it did take me for 1 chapter, it took me 6 months, but that's because I was starting from scratch. This is the first one, but I'm back. But it's been a while, so maybe it's a drag, but we'll see.
How do you help do that? How do you plan to deal with self-doubt and fear of failure when it comes to creating your work? What kind of
What my doubts?
How are you going to deal with that, do you think? Like, what kind of mental state do you think you have to be in to make sure that
the work is in shape and everything is in shape? Okay. The things that have to be. I'm not saying perfect, but the things that have to be right are to get the script like for example, because I at that time when I was rewatching the episode, because I did rewatch the episode days before the podcast that we're making. So when I was rewatching it, the writing was a little off, but then I had to kind of think of a way to kind of make it understandable, you know, and just to make sure everything is all the audience is understanding everything, and I want them to kind of relate to the story. So that's why I have doubts for that, but don't worry, because I think I have the capabilities of doing it. I think that it's just a matter of patience and just work ethic, you know, that's all it is.
I agree. And I think the fact that I spoke to you back then, when we met, and also today, I can tell that you have the right mentality, you have the talent, you have the motivation, and then you've got the creativity. So like having these things is just a matter of putting the time in, like you were saying about the routine. Anything you want to create has that time, especially when it comes to writing. There's a lot of self-analyzing, so a lot of sitting down, doing the work. You can't get away with it. It's just the harder yards. You just got to put in the hours. Like when I came here to do my master's, most of the time I was sitting in a room by myself with a book, just reading, because that's how you get the ideas. You read about mafias, you read about like stories. You go over these 91 days again, just like writing down how they change characters. You really have to like become your life. And once it does that, then it becomes easy because you start thinking about it all the time, and the ideas are just going to flow out of you.
It's just constant research and time and just those things will eventually fall into place, and then you'll start to create your own art, your own work, your own things that you want to put out to whoever you want to put it out to. So
on that topic, actually, what advice would you give to someone who's wanted to start their own creative journey, that's unsure about like starting? You know, they want to start it, they want to make that step, but they're just not sure if the story's right, or they're not sure if they have enough talent to do it. What advice would you give to that kind of person?
So just start from scratch. You just write. If you're a writer, just write. If you're not a writer, just write. If you are not a video editor or a video maker, if you're not just whatever it is, just start doing it. You'll start to improve. Just with every single video, with every single thing that you're doing, don't worry, everything will start working. You just have to start working. Do you know what I mean? So it's like, just start working, and you'll be fine, and then you know it will work out. Just don't worry, guys. It's a bit, there is a fear of doubt. There is a fear of this might be shit. This might be this, might be that. Don't worry. Everything is shit at the beginning. Nothing is good at the beginning. Nothing. But then you start to see some sort of improvement every single time you do make those videos. Every single time you make those, you draw. Every time you write. Everything you do, you will start to eventually improve, and then later you'll start to improve your productivity and self-development. So that's the thing.
Beautiful quote.
Yeah, so
that's really good. I think, you mentioned about self-development. I think let's wrap this up, because I know one of the last questions I had, right? What's one thing about you today that you think the previous version of yourself, or when you were a kid, would be proud of? What's one realization What's one realization you've made about life, or something you've done, maybe this podcast even, but something you've done that you think the previous version of you will look to with pride?
All right, I'll tell you what. I'm not proud of myself yet. I will be proud of myself once I've managed to finish my manga.
Bro, you should be proud of yourself now.
That's the thing, though, because I was proud of myself when I did the episodes the episode, and I edited it all out, and I directed it. I've found sound effects. I found this and that. That was just for like you feel proud in that moment, and then you feel like a sign of relief. Then years later, you watch it and it doesn't hit the same, but it still hits. It just doesn't hit the same. I just think that I don't think it's when I finished the manga. I'm probably exaggerating, but I think that with the second episode, or when I finish the chapter 2 or chapter 3 that I'm doing, or this whatever, that hopefully I will feel a sign of relief when I finish it this year or not. We'll see.
I think it's important to be proud of yourself, man. I think it's important to have that, because I understand too. That, like, bro, you were mentioning about the fact that everything is better. I was thinking about the podcast. I was thinking about like
with every creator, with every person that create things, they do feel and I'm not speaking for every single creator, but I'm just saying this from my perspective. I think that with what I'm doing, and because I've done I have created things in my life that I wasn't proud of, and then create things that I am proud of. But the things that I am proud of were only for the moment, and that's the thing, only for that moment. And then you start to kind of think, okay, how do I keep feeling proud of myself? How do I keep feeling that feel of proudness? You know, whatever you call it. Just you have to. I don't know. I guess you just have to like work on it, and then once you finish it, and it looks like it's really good. I mean,
do you think you'd be proud of yourself then?
Yeah.
Or do you think you'd be looking for the next thing?
That's the thing, though. With everything that gets good, you want it better.
So we're always chasing better.
You always chase better. That's the reality of it.
That's what we have to get comfortable with, I guess, right?
I guess, yeah.
I think that's true. I think that's true too. Because I struggle sometimes too. Like I was saying today about having those moments of vulnerability, just thinking about like, okay, what I'm doing the right path, right? But it of course is the right path. I chose this path. I've been working on it for years. I know there's progress. I'm seeing the results. It's just that question about when do you know when to stop chasing? I think that's a maybe not a stupid question, but it's a question that doesn't have an answer. So there's no point answering that. You know, you just got to keep going. You got to keep going. And I think the growth that you have as a person, I love this quote. There's a quote. It's like, no man is so. I'm butchering it, but no man, yeah, is as good as the person that he becomes in trying to achieve his dreams. Or like something around that line, like you can't become greater than the person you have to become to achieve your dreams. Right. And part of that is shedding old ideals, shedding old fears and self-doubt, like all that stuff we've talked about here.
I think I have a quote over here that resonates in my...
Dude, man, but quotes in his... Let's go!
I don't know why I saved them.
I'll save them too. I've got quotes on my phone too. I saved them too. All right. Yeah, give me a quote. Give me a quote for the reader, for the viewers at home, to think about this whole kind of self-improvement ideas that we've been talking about, and then we'll wrap it up. Right. This has been an amazing episode, by the way. Thank you so much for doing this. It's so cool. It's so cool.
Okay. All right. Hopefully this is a good quote. I made these quotes, by the way. Some of these are just fabricated, but okay, I'll just quote. Okay. People like to see you do good. They don't like to see you do better than them. That's one of them. The only way to win for 24 hours is to beat the sun every day.
How do you beat the sun every day?
By working out. And then grass is always greener on the other side, but it never really is. That's the perspective that people try to run away from.
I like that.
Yeah. If you can't live life pursuing your aspirations, you're better off dead.
That's beautiful.
That's a good one.
That's a good one.
And that's the last one.
And that's the last one. Thank you so much for doing this. I give the guests usually a chance to ask me a question that they've been thought of, or something that you want to ask.
I'll ask you a question.
Go on.
Yeah. Just to end this last thing. Yeah. So, okay. Well.
It's hard, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, yeah. Because I don't know if I should ask a question about like everything that we've been talking about.
Anything you want.
But like, okay.
Anything you want, bro.
All right. Cool. Because I like to ask questions and actually take the time to actually like digest everything that they're saying. So I want to see. Okay.
What do you really want to know?
Okay. What do I really want to know? Okay. I want to know if you are proud of yourself.
I want to give you a raw answer, so I want to think about this for a while.
Are you proud of the work that you've done? Are you proud of the person you are today?
I am, but this is a caveat. Like I was talking about before, of course I'm proud of who I am, man. If I look back to who I was before, I mean, everyone starts at some point, right? Then you make the progress. But I think if I was comparing myself to what I was before, then of course I'd be like, oh my God, it's insane. I'm doing a podcast, I'm doing jiu-jitsu, I'm doing poetry, I'm performing. I'm more outgoing. I like people like me. It's such a massive jump from where I was before, and especially the work you talk about.
I do agree with that.
It's been,
I do agree with
but then there's a caveat, which kind of what you mentioned about the fact that the work is always ongoing. So yes, I can be proud of the last episode I did, but I'm gonna have to create another episode. So like the pride stays for 1 second, and then in the next moment is about how can I do more. And I get caught up in that sometimes too, because I can't never appreciate the little stuff, the little moments, right? Because I'm always thinking, how can I do more? And I think that that's a struggle that most people don't understand unless they're creative. To understand that the work you did was cool, but like, what's your next work? That's what's gonna make people's perception of you improve, or even for yourself internally. That's when you're gonna feel pride in your own self. So to answer your question, yes, of course, I feel pride in myself. I do the work, I get up, I chase my dreams, I chase the goals. It's hard, but I do it. But there's also a caveat saying I'm proud of myself until the next work I do. And then I have to do more and more and more. And I think that's the journey I'm becoming okay with. I'm learning how to do that, but still have fun, you know, and still meet people and have a good time, and, you know, not be just locked in my room creating, you know, like that's not the life that I want to live. I want to be out chilling with you guys so I can meet people like you, you know, like, and I playing football like we did, you know what I mean? Just doing other stuff that's not just based on the work, you know, that I can also feel enjoyment and pride from that too. So anyway, bro, I'll send it there. I think that...
I want to be like him, guys.
I want to be like you. What the fuck are you talking about, bro? But no, thank you so much for doing this. This has been amazing. I hope you enjoyed it.
Hope you enjoyed it, guys. And last to say, I think that hopefully you will enjoy the first episode, and I will carry on to finish by the end of this year, episode 2 and 3, hopefully. If not episode 3, episode 2, definitely episode 2. That's it.
Let's do both, episode 2 and 3, bro. Come on, bro.
Money's on the line, man.
Yeah, that's also true, bro. But the people want the work. You have to give it to the people.
I get it.
But bro, thank you so much for doing this. Thank you so much for watching. Until next time, peace.